Hey everyone, Samia Khan here with your Fox 10 News Now update. Joining me to my left is a man that may be familiar to you. Hi, Tom Green.
Hi, how are you? Great to be here. This is cool.
I'm very excited to have you. This is very exciting. Every so often we get a stand-up comedian up here, and I think those are always the most fun interviews to do.
It's amazing how you do this. You're broadcasting. You've got the microphones here. You have the mixing board. You're doing it all.
And you're streaming live on Facebook right now.
I'm streaming live on Facebook right now. I wanted to say hi to everyone on my Facebook, and then I'm gonna point this like this. But I'm gonna pay attention to your cameras here right now. This is cool. Great to be in Phoenix.
Yeah.
This is so much fun.
It's so fun.
I'm doing stand-up comedy tonight at Stand Up Live in downtown Phoenix.
Right,
absolutely, yeah.
Right. So I was eavesdropping on your appearance on the morning show, and I learned that you don't normally come to Phoenix when it's this hot. Normally you visit in the winter, which is a smart decision.
Yeah, I've been here in the winter several times. Yeah, and this is the first time I've played at Stand Up Live though. So it's hot out. What is it, 110 degrees today?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 109. Actually, we could probably check right now. Why don't we just show our viewers at home?
Okay, yeah, we can actually look at the exact temperature.
Well, this is the 10-day forecast, or Foxcast, as we call it.
Did you just cut to that?
I did cut to that.
How did you do that?
You should show them over there because they have no idea. The viewers at home on YouTube can see what I did.
Yeah, you do.
I just cut from us.
Yeah, look at that.
To that.
How did you do? Can you show me?
I'll just show you. Do you want to see what I do over here?
Yeah, look at that. What is it that you do here?
So here are some buttons.
Yeah,
and
look at
then
these
when
buttons.
I hit that, now we're back on air.
So you're switching with the buttons. What is that? What is that software called? It's a switcher, right?
Yeah, basically.
It's a cool little switcher you have there.
Basically.
Wow, it's the future. We are looking down the barrel of the future right here, folks.
So I know a lot of the viewers were submitting questions very early on.
Yeah, okay.
Really excited, like half hour ago.
Yeah, okay.
Eduardo's saying, Samia, did his close friends and family ever tell him that he should become a comedian before he actually became a comedian? That's a good question, Eduardo.
You know, I always wanted to do comedy. When I was a kid, I was a goofball kid, you know. And I was always goofing around in school and stuff, getting in trouble for goofing around in school. And then I got up on stage when I was in the 6th grade for my public speaking competition, and I won the public speaking competition for the school.
Right.
My speech was on comedy, and it was basically a stand-up comedy routine.
So was the speech about the...
It was about
the art of comedy?
It was about comedy.
But you were comedic about the art of comedy.
Yeah, I threw some jokes in there too.
That's pretty clever.
Yeah, and then I got some big laughs in the speech in front of the school in the 6th grade. That's when I knew I wanted to do comedy.
Wow.
So,
It's nice to know what you want to do at a young age.
Yeah, no, it was good. So I really started doing stand-up for real when I was about 15 years old at the comedy club in my hometown in Ottawa, Canada. And did that for a few years, started my show on public access TV, then ended up on MTV, and now I'm touring around the world doing stand-up, and we're here in Phoenix tonight. Everybody's got to come down to the shows. It's Stand Up Live tonight in Phoenix. It's going to be fun.
Right. I feel like you mentioned being on MTV. That's my first memory of you. And I think I said the exact same thing to Bill Bellamy last week. It's like, I remember you from MTV.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm of that generation where my first memory of you was on MTV. And I guess that kind of took you from, being known in Canada to sort of
I'd never
being known globally.
Been on television in the United States until MTV picked up the show in 1999. And it was pretty cool when that happened. It was a worldwide thing. It was instant sort of notoriety in America, and it was cool.
Yeah. It must have been hard to walk down the street.
It was cool. It was very cool. I got to go on Oprah.
That's big.
Yeah, my parents and I went on Oprah and played some of the pranks that I used to do on my parents. So it was very cool. But it gave me this opportunity to tour around, do stand-up, and I'm going all over the world now doing stand-up. I'm in Australia and Canada and Ireland.
Well, you can't
Scotland.
really. Canada, you grew up in.
I did. Yeah, but it's international.
It is international.
Yeah. But no, this is cool. Yeah. What else? Let's see some other questions
so
here on YouTube.
Many questions.
Can I just pick questions?
Yeah, you can pick questions. Sure. Oops.
Okay, I'll just pick some questions here. Let's see here.
And I stared him blankly and I'll give him a huge hug.
Yeah, that's from Rachie Awesomeness. Yeah, we've got, you were scrolling through all your questions here. Yeah, this person's saying, how did I develop my new comic identity? Well, look, after doing the wild and crazy stunts and silly jokes, I still do a lot of wild and crazy stunts. My stand-up is very wild and crazy. I'm a wild and crazy guy when I do my stand-up. So
which you guys can see live, by the way.
Live tonight, actually, at Stand Up Live, and I also I do a web show now as well, kind of like this,
which we can bring up and show the viewers.
Look! Oh wow, you can do that.
I can do so many things
oh my God,
here.
Look
at that! Now
this
suddenly we are.
Wow, this is really cool.
Looking at.
I want to ask you more about what this program is that you're using. This is really neat.
Yeah,
you've got a great switcher. It's the future.
Look,
absolutely.
I'm here on your page now, and everyone at home can now see your page.
Yeah, this is super cool.
Well, we're in the corner of the page.
Yeah, this is TomGreen.com here, so I do this.
Well, this is your YouTube channel, right?
Yeah,
But does it also just redirect here?
Yeah, if you go to TomGreen.com, it'll link all the videos from YouTube. And it's my YouTube channel, youtube.com/TomGreen.
Can we pull up one of these?
You can pull up all these videos, and this is the studio that I built here. So we go live in the studio, and this was fun. We had a caller from Japan. If you scroll to the top, that's right there. We had a caller from Japan the other day. I called in on Skype, so you can see how it works when you call in on Skype. This is comedian Duncan who's on the show.
Yeah. Now we're playing YouTube.
Hey, you're on the air. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from?
They can hear you, by the way.
So this is what it's like when you call in on Skype.
Right now.
On the show. This was a caller who called in from Japan, and we can cut to them, to you. So if you want to become friends with the Webovision, you can see there on the desk there. And this is my little studio that we built, so it's really kind of ridiculous and fun.
And you shoot that out of Burbank, right?
Yeah, we shoot it out of Burbank. Yeah.
Every day, almost?
Every day that I'm in Los Angeles.
Right. So obviously not today.
Usually, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesday nights are most. But if next week I'm not touring next week, so I'll be on air every day next week. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's fun. It's very much like this. I'm into the technology. I can see you're into the technology.
Yeah, that's what we do. I mean, iPhones, Periscope, streaming.
Yeah, it's super cool.
It's kind of the future.
It is the future. We are in the future right now. We are robots. We are not even human beings. We are robots.
This is actually a robot version of Tom Green. The real Tom Green is taking a nap in the control room.
We are both robots. Yeah, this is the future. Yeah.
I know this is probably the silliest question, but it just popped into my mind. But do you consider like a green room yours personally because of the last name?
Yeah, absolutely. Every green room is my room. Absolutely.
I was like, oh yeah, we had Tom Green in the green room. Oh my gosh, it's the Tom Green room.
It's weird. It's weird when that happens, huh? It's like a loop. Now wait, you have two cameras here too.
Yeah, do you want to take the other? You were just more you want to just know how this whole thing works.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. There's another camera over there.
Oh my gosh.
Very cool. That's really nice. Yeah, and this is the newsroom here.
And then if you want to see something in the corner, if we want to, for example, if we wanted to watch Carly Fiorina, we could put Carly Fiorina in our corner. There you go. Now we can hear her.
Oh, wow.
And now we're watching Carly Fiorina here.
Oh, very cool. See, this is a real great little switcher you got here. Super, super cool. This is a lot of fun. Everybody go to TomGreen.com right now. I also have a new podcast. I want people, if you like podcasts, you can download that from there. It's on the new Play.it network, and you can just link to it from TomGreen.com.
All right. I feel like I'm ignoring the fans. I feel like there's so many questions coming in.
Okay,
and these are questions from like 25 minutes ago. I'm just scrolling back up. Deborah's saying, Tom, do fans ever ask you about Red Green?
Oh,
Steve
yeah,
Smith,
absolutely.
LOL.
Red Green is a Canadian legend. And when my first show came out, when the Tom Green Show first started, people would get it mixed up. They'd think the Red Green Show is an amazing show. Everybody's got to check out the Red Green Show. I grew up watching Red Green on Canadian television, and it's hilarious. Yeah. But I am not him.
And Deborah asking a follow-up question, because Deborah's in Canada. Tell him, will you be coming to New Brunswick for an appearance anytime soon?
Absolutely, yeah. I've got to get out to New Brunswick. I haven't been to New Brunswick in a while, so I have to get out there. I love touring Canada. I'm going to be doing a Canadian, not a full Canadian tour, but a lot of Canadian dates coming up in November. You can get all my tour dates on my website also.
TomGreen.com.
TomGreen.com. Just go there for everything.
Do you have a green room in your studio? Please tell me you do.
We do, but it's not green. But it is there. Yeah, we have a green room.
I really feel like you need. Do you like promote the fact that it's a green room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm so entertained by the small little things.
Yeah, that's good. The little things are always the fun things.
Yeah.
The little differences.
The little things that entertain you.
The little things. Yeah.
Well, this is a little thing that really entertains our viewer, Ale, also known as Eduardo. I just saw him on Fox 10, and since he's doing an interview, he looks like he enjoys a craft beer, so it'll be interesting to know what he enjoys. He wants to know what your favorite craft beer is.
I actually have my own craft beer.
Really?
I do. Yeah,
Wow.
I can bring that up on the computer and show
Let's
everyone.
show everyone
Are you
that.
able to go online and show people stuff?
That's what I was
Just
doing
type
here.
in the Tom Green beer. The Tom Green beer. It's with this great craft brewer in Canada called Bose.
You
Click on that right
actually
there.
have
Yeah.
a wow.
Click on that. It's a great brewery called the Tom Green beer, called Bose Brewery from Ottawa, Canada, and it's a really delicious milk stout. And this is a little promo we made for the beer. It's a really great craft beer, actually.
Wow.
You should check it out. It's only available in Ontario and New York State right now. But
can they order it online? It says
you may be able to order
buy.
it online. Yeah,
Online
yeah,
store.
It looks like you can buy it online.
I think you
Look at
guys can get that now.
Very cool.
That was a fitting question.
Very good.
And never have we had a guest where Eduardo's asked that question and they've responded with, well, I have my own beer.
Yeah.
My name is on a beer.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
It's a really good beer, too. It's an award-winning beer. It's a milk stout. Tastes kind of like chocolatey kind of coffee flavors to it. And it's very tasty. Try it. It's the Tom Green beer. It's my favorite beer.
Beer is really popular in Canada.
It is. Yeah, we like beer. We're big drinkers up there.
They
Gets
are.
cold. Gets cold, and in the winter we drink.
To keep your bodies warm.
Yes, absolutely.
Just in case the heater goes out or...
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Lots of drinking going on. Here's a question about the Celebrity Apprentice, about Donald Trump. What do I think about Trump running for president?
That's a good question, Bina.
Yeah, I got Donald Trump fired me on the third episode of the Celebrity Apprentice.
So you're not going to vote for him then?
I can't. I actually
you're
can't
Canadian.
vote. I'm Canadian, so I can't vote anyways. But I do think it's definitely really interesting to watch him running for president. I've been enjoying watching him running for president. And it's interesting knowing someone. I mean, I've sat in a room with Donald Trump and been fired by him, and it's kind of cool to see him, making a a lot of waves out there.
Were you surprised when you found out he was going to run for president?
I was surprised that he actually did, because he's always sort
Talked
of been
about it, right.
threatening to run for years, and then he actually has gone and done it, and now he's
leading the
polls. So it's pretty amazing to see. I think it'll be good for comedy, because he always has something outrageous and controversial to say, and that is always good for stand-up comedians, to have people in power or running for office that are ridiculous.
Easy to make fun of, basically.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I think he's this election. I wouldn't want to say he's this election Sarah Palin, because he's actually doing really well and has a lot of supporters.
It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Seems like the guy everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
Julia wants to know if you're a Bill Clinton fan.
I don't really, weigh in on my political, leanings. I'm Canadian. I can't vote in America. I'm just here, doing my Webovision show and doing my stand-up comedy. But everything's so politically charged and polarized right now. And I'm doing a comedy show. I want people to have fun. If you start talking politics as a comedian, you almost have to make that your whole act at a certain point.
That's like your shtick.
Yeah, and that's not really what I talk about in my stand-up.
What do you talk about in your show? You said you're like, it's silly and it's crazy.
I talk about life outside of politics. I talk about the way we live our lives as human beings in 2015. I talk a lot about technology.
Social media,
I talk
maybe?
a lot about social media and how I actually talk about the pitfalls of social media.
Let's talk about that for a moment, because it does drive you nuts and it makes you feel really insecure about yourself.
Yeah, a lot of that. A lot of our privacy has been given up. We're always putting ourselves out there online. It's a big time waster.
Well, even kids that are growing up now, where they're growing up in the era of social media, where like your whole identity is formed based on your internet presence, your interaction, your Snapchats, this and that.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I miss the world before the internet. I'm 44 years old, so I got to live a little bit of life as an adult without a cell phone, when you would go outside and nobody would know where you were. I like that. I miss that.
Now people can find you.
Yeah,
but now
we're being tracked.
We're also making it really easy by busting out things like Periscope, though.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like, I just show up where I am.
I've got a love-hate relationship with it. I use it all the time, so I can't really say I dislike social media, but I do think that it can drive you a little nuts. Yeah, that's driven me a little crazy. Hello.
Super Small saying Tom Green's so cool. Road Trip and Freddie Got Fingered were awesome.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, Freddie Got Fingered's got this crazy cult following around the world now. All around the country, people come up to me. They say, "Hey, Daddy, would you like some sausage?" Daddy, would you like some sausage? That's from the movie. I'm the guy in the movie Road Trip that stuck the mouse in his mouth. And now people come up to me and they say, hey, you're the guy that stuck the rat in your mouth in that movie. And I say, it was a mouse, man. I'm not crazy. Right?
I'm really behind on the chat. I feel really bad.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm like 20 minutes behind.
Yeah, they're talking about L.A. Beast.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
L.A. Beast was a guest who I had on my Webovision show last week, who's a competitive eater, and he ate a lot of, he ate a cactus on the air.
Which we have a lot of cacti here.
A lot of cacti here. A lot of cacti here. The plural of cactus is cacti. I did not know that, I don't think, until yesterday. I was saying, look at this
Cactuses?
nice cacti. And then people said, no, that's plural.
Oh, you were calling it cactus?
When you grow up in Canada, you don't know.
You don't know because you've never seen a cactus.
Yeah, you don't. You see them on
TV,
on Looney Tunes,
like
Coyote Roadrunner. You see the cactus.
Right.
Now I'm here in the land of the Coyote and Roadrunner, and it's cool. Yeah.
Porsche 930 girl. I think she's Canadian or British or something because she's spelling favorite with a U.
Yeah.
Tom, what's your favorite cereal?
My favorite cereal. Geez, let's see. I've gone through stages throughout my life of favorite cereals. I've liked Honey Nut Cheerios. I've liked Quaker Harvest Crunch granola. I've liked Frosted Flakes.
They're great.
I've liked Frosted Flakes. Yeah. I think maybe it might be my favorite because I like Tony the Tiger. Yeah.
Morgan asking, who would you like to bring onto the Webovision cast from past Tom Green shows? That's a good question.
We have lots of great guests on the shows. So as far as guests go, we've had just really incredible, wide-ranging, different types of guests. From serious journalists like Dan Rather and Larry King have been on the show, to hilarious people like Harland Williams and Andrew Dice Clay and Norm Macdonald. So they've all had tons of people. You can watch them all on the website. You can scroll through and see all the guests we've had. Literally hundreds and hundreds of different people. And everybody who comes and does the show is always so much fun, because they don't have to do my Webovision show. They're coming down to the show to get involved with something that's experimental and see what the future is like, looking down the barrel of the future like we're doing right now. We're looking down the barrel of the future right now. So, yeah. It's fun. We're looking at some questions here.
Chris J. Hart, Tom, why don't 2 or more turn signals on a car ever sync for longer than a second?
I don't know. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I don't even know what that
either.
means. It sounds very meta. Very. I don't know. That's. You loved my episode of In Bed with Joan Rivers. Yeah, she was amazing. It was such a legend. It was so nice to be on her show and to have gotten to meet Joan Rivers. She was very nice to me on The Celebrity Apprentice, as well as her daughter Melissa, who was a friend of mine who has come and done my web show many times. And it was a very sad day to see Joan pass. But yeah, she was an amazing person.
Sean McCarthy, hey Tom, from your storied film career, what's the craziest movie off the set that you've acted in? Road Trip?
I would say Freddy Got Fingered is the craziest movie for sure. I wrote and directed that one. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's ridiculous. But Road Trip was a lot of fun. And I'm doing a new movie this year called Iron Sky 2. It's a sequel to this movie called Iron Sky, which we're shooting in Europe in the fall. So that's going to be cool. I'll be streaming on Periscope from the set. So I'll bring you along to the set with me. Follow me on Periscope. That's the fun thing about Periscope and my Facebook and my Twitter is I'm always bringing everybody around on tour with me. So
Tom Green Live, right?
Follow me at Tom Green Live. Yeah.
SK, remember when you wanted to name the green room? It can be the Tom Green Room. She wants me to rename that now, so it'll be named after you.
Yes, let's do that.
Let's
Absolutely.
do it.
I like that. They're saying lines from Freddy Got Fingered. Gord, I don't want any jewels. That's a line from.
I missed that.
It's a line from Freddy Got Fingered.
Down here. I'm missing it. Oh, there we go. Sam Daniel saying it.
Yeah, there's this person saying they love stouts. They're talking about my beer, the Tom Green beer. Yeah, we're reading all your comments right now.
Do you like any UK comedy? Chris Hart wants to know. Chris J. Hart.
Yeah, I do. I like Russell Brand. I think he's awesome. He's hilarious. And I had a good time at the Edinburgh Comedy Festival a few years ago. So I hope to get back there soon.
In Scotland.
Yeah. This person's talking about the time I had Exhibit on my show on the Webovision, the rapper Exhibit, and we rapped together I used to be in a rap group when I was a teenager.
Are you good at freestyling?
Yeah, not really. I mean, go watch me rap at the exhibit. You decide.
Okay.
I've never freestyled in a newsroom. It might.
Could you try?
I think
Would you try?
It would be too loud.
It's okay.
No,
We've had people sing in this seat.
No, people
fine.
would get uncomfortable.
I tried.
I don't want to make people uncomfortable.
There's a guy on Periscope. It's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I just discovered him, but whatever comments people type, he incorporates that into his freestyle rap.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
pretty crazy.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I was like very impressed.
Yeah, Andy Milanakis does that.
On Periscope?
I think he invented that.
Oh.
He goes on YouTube and he does that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We on my live show on the Webovision on TomGreen.com, we do this too, where I'll have a computer on the desk and I read comments. And if you actually want to ask my guest a question, we do this.
So it's basically the same thing.
Similar, yeah. So I've done this before, so I'm very comfortable in this environment. Feels like home. Sam
Daniel saying, Tom, you said you tried being honest in a 2009 episode of Webo and it didn't work out. What did you mean by that?
2009 episode of Webovision, it's hard for me to recall what they're specifically talking about because we've literally done thousands of episodes. But I'm not sure.
I think he's trying to say, I guess you mentioned once, you tried being honest in life and it didn't really work out. Maybe.
First of all, on the show, I'm always try to be as honest as possible. I mean, that's, I think, what really makes Webovision special is it's not scripted. I'm very honest with the fans. I talk about what we're doing. We've just started a subscription service. We're asking viewers to go subscribe. You can go to this subscription service called connectpal.com/Tom Green. It links off of the website, and you can pay $5.99 a month, and you get all of our shows, all of our archives, new shows, old shows, rare episodes, and we're doing that to kind of cover the costs of the studio.
Right.
And it's an independent thing we're doing, and we're sort of having a funding drive right now. And I talk a lot about the behind the scenes of the show and how we're trying to keep the show alive with subscribers, and I'm very honest with everybody about everything that we're doing. Honesty is a good thing in television. People like honesty.
Cookies21 asking, no green card?
I have a green card. Yeah, I am not an American.
It's a green, oh my gosh, everything is entertaining you.
Yeah, I have a green card.
A Tom Green card,
room.
oh God.
My name is Tom Green. Absolutely.
Oh, why am I so entertained by this?
Yeah, this is cool.
I'm really. The problem with this is that if you scroll too much, it goes all the way to the bottom, and then you skip over everyone's questions, and everyone's mad.
Okay.
It's like you didn't ask my
Everyone's
question.
mad. Everyone is mad. People don't seem to be too mad, though. Everyone seems like they're having fun.
They're happy.
Yeah, this person has been chatting with me on Twitter this week. Ruth Carter. Hello, Ruth Carter. Good to see you.
Will there be a Freddy Got Fingered 2? Morgan wants to know.
It's possible. We're actually talking to a movie studio right now about possibly bringing back Freddy Got Fingered. So if you want to see Freddy Got Fingered 2, lobby for that online. It could happen. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, go put your bum on Jeff. Okay,
could do that, yeah.
Jeff
my bum is on the Jeff.
Yeah.
My bum is on the Jeff.
Oh my gosh, that song can get in your head. Let's
went to number 1 on Total Request Live.
I remember, I watched every single episode of
Britney
TRL
Spears
ever.
Off the countdown.
Wow,
yeah.
That's serious.
Yeah, absolutely.
What video was it? Baby One More Time? It doesn't matter. Britney
It wasn't
Spears?
Baby One More Time.
Crazy?
It's a good question. I have to remember.
Yeah.
Might have been.
Yeah.
It would have been late 1999, so...
Yeah, so its first album. Okay, let's not get into the history of
Big
90s
Britney
pop
fan,
music.
huh?
I just grew up watching TRL.
Yeah,
that was sort of, I don't know if it's like, oh my God, I haven't seen Britney Spears in concert since I was 13.
Yeah, well,
but
she's in Vegas now.
She is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, very good. They're asking about Andrew Dice Clay on the show. Is he incredible? He is incredible. It's a fun thing about doing my Webovision show is I've actually become friends with so many of my guests, people that I grew up, idolizing and just a big fan of. Then they come on the web show, and now I'm friends with so many of them. Andrew Dice Clay is definitely one of them. He's one of my best friends, and I got to know him doing internet TV. So
I have a question, because you've obviously met so many people and you've interviewed people, but not only that, you've made a name for yourself. Was there one time, I guess, a memory where someone that you were a big fan of kind of came up to you and told you they were a fan of you? I think I said that right.
The weirdest thing that ever happened was, because it was so new, I had been on MTV for maybe about a week. It was in 1999 when the show first got picked up by MTV. And, I never it hadn't even really occurred to me that as many people were watching it as were watching it already. And I was walking down the street in Manhattan, and a car pulled over, and I heard my name, someone yelling, "Tom, Tom!" It was Kevin Spacey. Whoa. Yelling out of a black Suburban SUV, yelling at me. I've been watching the show, man. I like the show. I've been on MTV for a week, and I remember me and my friend were just like, going, "What is going on here? This is the coolest thing ever." So, but everybody that comes and does my web show, I presume, are fans of the show and have come and supported my show. Right. So it's pretty cool.
Right. I guess it's those kind of moments, though, the Kevin Spacey, oh my gosh, surprise moments.
When Oprah called and had me come do the show with my parents, that was surreal. When David Letterman let me host the late show with David Letterman once, which was just amazing because I'd grown up watching the Letterman show. He's my biggest inspiration in life, really. It's why I have built a talk show set and I'm streaming this goofy show on the internet, was because I was a huge David Letterman fan. And so when he called and let me guest host his show, that was pretty amazing. So I get very, even though I've interviewed so many people, I get very starstruck. I get very nervous around people, especially people that I really admire and look up to. So it's weird when I meet these people a lot of the times.
But it's also an amazing experience to know that it's a part of your almost normal life.
Yeah, but it's surreal when I get to meet somebody who I just am a huge fan of, so yeah, absolutely. Let's see, ask about my 96 Honda Accord. Well, I painted my parents' car, and you have to go on YouTube to see what it is. I don't want to say too much about it now because it's a little graphic, but it did air on MTV, and go have a look. Yeah.
YouTube.com/
Tom Green, or just go to tomgreen.com. It'll link you right to it. Yeah.
Tom's Periscope is the best.
Yeah, thank you. I have a lot of fun on Periscope. I was streaming from the newsroom earlier on Periscope.
You were. Yeah. Tess saying, please do a walk-on as a walker on The Walking Dead.
Do a walk-on as a walker on The Walking Dead. That is wild stuff. Yeah, okay.
Rachel asking, what are your future plans, movies in the making? You already talked about that.
Iron Sky 2 is going to be fun. We're going to have fun with that.
Sam wants you to make a new album. Ruth loves your dancing in the Canadian ATM video.
Yeah.
Eduardo's asking, does your milk stout include nitrogen to enhance the lactose flavors?
Right now we have it on tap, and some people, I don't believe it's been on nitrogen tap yet, no, but maybe in the future. But it tastes great on tap. It's an amazing draft beer. Yeah.
You're mentioning Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn has been a guest on my Webovision show. That was interesting. She used to do a TV show on the G4 network.
Right.
And back when she was doing that, she would come on my show and be a guest. And it's amazing to see what's happened to her. She's turned into this huge movie star, which was pretty cool because she was coming on my web show back when she was hosting a TV show on G4, so she's very cool. Very cool.
Ruth Carter wants to thank you for doing your cancer special. I watched it ad nauseum during my cancer scare. It made me laugh, and it was just a scare.
Yes, good. Well, I'm glad you're doing well. And we filmed my cancer surgery in the year 2000. And a lot of people come up to me who watched that show and went and diagnosed their cancer afterwards because of the show. And it's been a good thing. I feel good that we did that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Morgan,
cancer survivors here. Let's stick together. I'm a cancer survivor.
I can't imagine what it feels like to just be told by a doctor.
It's a scary sort of slow motion, kind of surreal. Everything goes into slow motion, and you just think, wow. But so much weird stuff was happening in my life at that time. The show had just been picked up by MTV. All these crazy things, these stories I've been telling you about, were all happening. And then you go in the doctor, they tell you got cancer. It's just like, oh, okay.
That will probably happen when everything else is going on.
This makes sense. Life is just weird, and you realize life is strange, and you can get these curveballs thrown at you at any moment.
Right.
And that's why you got to be positive and enjoy your life and enjoy every day, because you never know when you're going to get some crazy news, right? So you got to stay positive and enjoy the good days. That's why I'm having fun right now here on News Now.
I like that promotion. We'll clip that there and just keep replaying that on.
Have fun on News Now.
Morgan Reese, would you do another film as such as Subway Monkey Hour? That is my #1 comedy video of all time. I still crack ribs watching that.
It's funny. I was at one of the radio stations in town this morning, and they had the Subway Monkey Hour DVD. I took a photo of it and posted it on my Instagram just about an hour ago. You can go look at that if you want. Can you do that?
I can. Yeah. Where?
Yeah, we don't have to do it.
No, we can do it.
Well, I don't need to.
I can do this.
I don't want to tell you what to do. I mean.
No, you can tell me what to do.
Tom Green Live on Instagram. She mentioned the Subway Monkey Hour. You can go look at that on Instagram. Go follow me on Instagram. That was the special where I went to Japan and we walked around Japan and did all sorts of goofy stuff. And it was a lot of fun. There's the Subway Monkey Hour right there.
They don't see it yet.
Yeah, look at
now
that.
They see it.
Look at that. That is cool. Where is what everybody is seeing?
Program. And this is preview.
Oh, I see. Where's program? Oh, there you go. Look at that. I see.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. That's the Subway Monkey Hour right there. So that was an hour-long special that we did for MTV where we went and did pranks on the street in Japan and confused everybody. And the Japanese are very polite. It's amazing. You can walk through Shinjuku Station, which was the most crowded subway station in the world. Like 1 million people pass through there every day. It might be 4 million people pass through there every day, and it's just silent. I mean, it's just amazing to see the difference in the culture. So when you go over there and you're filming the Subway Monkey Hour and you're screaming on the subway about bananas at the top of your lungs, it's interesting to see the way that the people react. They're staring, and then and they get angry in a different way over there.
Right. Japan's one of the
quietly.
Asian countries. I'd say that there are more English speakers than other countries in the area.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're aware of what you're doing.
Yeah, some were and some weren't, but it was. You go see the Subway Monkey Hour, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Those are the new "Daddy, Would You Like Some Sausage" T-shirts right there. See that? Those are the new "Daddy, Would You Like Some Sausage" T-shirts, which is from Freddie Got Fingered. And
are those on your site that people can grab?
We're going to have them on the site soon, but you can get them at my show tonight.
Oh, there we go.
At Stand Up Live.
That's
Come
a good plug.
To see me tonight live. And this was actually, if this is a
video,
I shot this video of some lightning when I was driving
here.
Here, that's right
that
between Los Angeles. And I got a cool shot of some lightning. And you'll see there, I got it in slow motion. Here, watch this. There, look at that. See? I shot that with my iPhone. Yeah, isn't that cool? Yeah, pulled over.
I know because you don't shoot things while driving.
No, I pulled over. I was at a rest stop, and I filmed some of the monsoon. Yeah.
Don't remind me. Yeah. This is my first monsoon season.
Oh, really?
I was in LA before. And I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, rain.
I like a nice. Heat. I like a nice monsoon. It's pretty cool. I enjoy a nice monsoon. Yeah. You guys read some more comments here. Very cool. Look
so your parents missed the pranks. Gordon skates.
My parents do not miss the pranks. They're happy that I'm no longer doing pranks.
Oh my God.
Let's see here. We're looking at all of the questions. Somebody said they enjoyed my Johnny Carson voice. I find myself frequently kicking into that voice. That is wild.
Do you do that on the show?
That is wild stuff. Yes. Mm-hmm. You are correct, sir.
That's Chris J. Hart. Why don't
Ed McMahon did my web show all the time. Johnny Carson's sidekick would come on do my web show all the time, which was amazing for me because I grew up, loving talk shows, and then to get to know Ed McMahon was incredible.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I love the vulnerable side of Tom.
Thank you.
Beverly.
I'm vulnerable. I am vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. Damn, 2000, that long ago? Yeah, Rachel. The year 2000 is 15 years ago, which is crazy to say out loud.
2000, yeah.
Because it doesn't feel like 15 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tom arguing with us. What? Did I miss that part? His childhood photos are so sweet. Isn't Tom Green a voice on Robot Chicken?
I'm not. That's Seth Green, actually, a different Green. People often come up to me and say, "Hey, Seth. Hey, Seth." I don't know. You're getting the names mixed up. Seth Green's amazing, though. Robot Chicken's hilarious, and Seth came and did my television show last year. You can watch clips of that on TomGreen.com. We drank whiskey together, Seth Green and I, on my show, and Had quite a bit of it, actually.
But you weren't drinking your beer on the show.
No, we were drinking. I have drank my beer.
You should do that. You should make that thing.
I have.
Not to tell you what to do with your show.
You can tell me what to do.
I love that you took this while road tripping. I think it was probably that photo that we just saw.
Yeah.
And Rachel wants to know, are there tickets still available for the show?
There are tickets still available. Absolutely. Get down there. Get them now, though. Go to standuplive.com, I think is their website. Just Google it and go get your tickets now.
Stand Up Live. It is in downtown at Cityscape, guys.
Yeah.
Let's see. Whose voice do you love more, Troy? Oh, that's a question to someone else in the chat room.
That is wild stuff.
And Morgan asks, what can we expect from you, Tom, in 2016?
Well, I launched this new podcast yesterday. It's on.
Tom Green.
It's on the CBS Radio Network. It's on a thing called Play It. It's with CBS Radio, so I've got real good support behind it. It's going to be every week, and you can click on it right there.
I'm going to pull it up.
Right there. See, this is TomGreen.com right here. You can see this the hub for everything
Tom
that
Green.
I'm doing right now, and the videos takes you to the YouTube channel, the tour. That's the podcast. And is it not opening? We just set it up yesterday, so maybe there's a bug in the system. But
it might not be. No, it's opening.
There we go.
I think it was internet on our end.
Okay, there we are. So this is the podcast, and it's a lot of fun. And I do really kind of do some sort of experimental stuff with the new podcast. Like some weeks I'll do it from the studio where people can phone in and talk to me on the show, and then other weeks I will. The second episode, which airs next week, I am out on the street with a handheld mic, and I just walk down Hollywood Boulevard, and everybody that makes eye contact with me, I just start talking to them.
Right.
And that is the hour-long episode, just talking to people on the street. So I'm going to take that around the country with me when I'm touring, and you can go on tour with me on my podcast.
So fun.
Yeah.
So you mentioned so many things you've done, from going around doing man on the street interviews, podcasting, your talk show, your Webovision, your talk show that you do with MTV, acting. Is there one thing that you enjoy doing the most, or more than any of those things? Touring, maybe stand up? I
mean, I love doing stand up, but the thing is they've all kind of blended together into one thing. Like the Webovision, the TV show I'm doing is sort of intertwined with the stand-up, the Periscope. It's all kind of like one wacky kind of world. Like when I go out and do stand-up, I'll be doing, tonight when I'm doing my stand-up, after the show I'll tell everybody about the Webovision, and then when I go home to Los Angeles next week, a lot of the people that were at the stand-up show will be calling in, and we'll talking about the stand-up show. So it's all sort of layered on top of each other.
It's just all part of the Tom Green brand lifestyle.
One big wacky world. It's a surreal and crazy world. It gets very strange. Like, I don't know if you want to go back to the videos. I can show you how strange.
Right here.
Yeah, so there's Andy Milonakis and I. That was just a couple of days ago. But if I can just show you a couple things real quick. I can grab the mouse. Can I grab your mouse?
You can just take over. You can just take over my show. I'm just going to go get some water.
No, don't go.
Do you want a cookie, by the way?
Yeah, I'll have a
I brought these out to share.
Let's see here.
Because Girl Scout cookies are very good.
Yeah, how do I get back to the front page of it here? Here we go here. So you can see if I go to the front page here of my Webovision. Let's see, let me just go to the front page of my Webovision. Yeah, here we go. So here's some late night Webovision.
Dee's asking, do you have an online store? I want to buy a T-shirt.
It's playing a commercial right now on the YouTube. But do I have an online store? We are going to be launching the online store in a couple of days. Yeah, and you will be able to get a T-shirt. So.
And Tess says it would be cool to have your podcast on Sirius Radio.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's on the Play It network. So it's basically the same thing. You can download it to your phone. You can listen to it in your car. This is the opening to the show.
We can increase the volume so the
viewers
can hear it.
You want to see it? You want to see the opening of my Webovision?
I'm assuming there's music behind it, right?
Yeah, it's
I had muted the background.
Yeah,
wait, but I have to do that here.
Okay, all right.
The volume.
Okay.
Here, have some more cookies. Chris wants us to cuddle. Not enough cuddling in the world. Oh, Chris J. Hart.
Here we go. That's the intro. It's fun. Now this is fun thing about the interactivity of Webovision. that amazing animated intro was actually made by a viewer in Ecuador.
Very cool. So you really incorporate your viewers with, like you said, everything you do. You take them along with you on Periscope. You have them call in.
This is how kind of it gets a little weird. Sometimes late at night, the show just sort of becomes this. This is me taking phone calls. That's me. I shouldn't have ruined the surprise. This is a caller calling in from, I think he's calling from Puerto Rico, actually.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah, the show gets really weird at night. If you like weird stuff, it gets weird.
Yeah, you're wearing a pig mask.
That's that's what I'm doing. But you never, and this frying pan on the desk here.
Right here.
I sometimes will make grilled cheese sandwiches.
It just seems like it's really fun to hang out with you on your show.
It's fun.
All I have to offer is cookies. You offer grilled cheese sandwiches.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother level.
I make the grilled cheese sandwiches live for my guests, and they are very good, by the way. I'm very good at making grilled cheese sandwiches. But so it's fun. Like literally every night, I'm in Los Angeles. If you go to the website, it's live. You can interact like we're doing now, and it gets weird and wacky like this.
Connect Pal website you had mentioned earlier,
right? That is the subscription service. So if you really like what you see on the free site, then you can get tons of extra stuff on there. Old episodes. I've got this this sort of a vault of videotapes from the last 25 years. Like I have saved every video that I've ever shot, and we're uploading them onto the Connect Pal subscription service. And you're sort of supporting. Not only are you able to see all sorts of cool, weird stuff on the subscription page, but you're also supporting the studio, and that's kind of keeping the studio alive by subscribing. So you're helping independent TV. So thank you. And go subscribe now.
That's right. Rachel's saying, I love weird stuff. I'll definitely tune in.
Yeah.
I want to eat chicken burgers.
I want to eat chicken burgers. I'm a 28-year-old man. I can eat a chicken sandwich if I want to. That's a line from Freddy Got Fingered.
There's someone who's a very big Freddy Got Fingered fan, throwing in all the lines possible.
It's got a cult following, around the world. People say, Daddy, would you like some sausage to me? Everywhere I go. Yep. It's very fun. It's a lot of fun. Mm-hmm.
And Morgan, will you be doing a tour of the UK in 2016, or are you only going to be in North America?
I hope so. I hope to get back to the UK soon. Absolutely. I had a great time at the Edinburgh Comedy Festival a few years ago. I played at the Greenwich Comedy Festival in London a couple of years ago. I've had amazing shows over there, so hopefully I'll be back in the UK soon, mate. Yep.
And then Chris Stone wants you to come back to New Zealand. I missed you last time.
Yeah, that was awesome too.
Basically, this is a forum for them to beg you to come to their country or state or city.
I want to get over there soon.
You're touring all the time, then, I assume.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. I'm going to be in Houston in a week and a half, in Austin, Texas, San Antonio. I'll be in Utah and all over the place.
A lot of time on planes or tour bus? No.
Mostly airplanes. I did drive this week, which was nice, but mostly airplanes. Yeah. Absolutely.
You ever get tired of flying?
I mean, it's faster.
Well, that's true.
The airplane is much faster.
I guess it's more going through security. You probably have that. Do you have the pass where you pay $99?
I don't. I want to get that.
I feel like you should.
Pass. Yeah, absolutely. I need to get that.
Then you don't have to take off your shoes.
I know.
It makes life so much easier.
I know. I don't like taking my shoes off. It bothers me.
All right. Well, I think we've gotten through all the questions.
All right,
great. I think there's one more about the beer. You can answer it if you want, Eduardo.
Just go to Bose.ca and find out everything you want to know about the beer. BEAUS.ca is their website.
Can they find info about the beer on your website?
Yeah. Well, go to the Bose website, which is the craft brewers website. They've got an amazing website.
Right. Just type Tom Green beer in Google, and you'll find it that way if you can't remember.
Google is also very helpful.
It's a great search engine.
Yeah.
I don't remember life before Google.
Yeah.
No, I do. There were things like Ask Jeeves and Alta Vista.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
You don't remember the weird search engines of the past?
That's you are very computer savvy. Yeah. I remember Google.
Oh, yeah, this is pre-Google.
Yeah, pre-Google.
When websites were still on GeoCities.
Wow, that's cool.
Like
Very cool.
I don't know.
I've had TomGreen.com has been there since 1996. So
you've been around on the internet.
We've been doing the web stuff for a long time. I love it. It's fun.
And Gordon Scapefoot, come back to Chicopee.
Oh yeah, Chicopee. I like it out there in Chicopee, Massachusetts. I was just there.
I used to work
there.
Hey,
Morgan Reese, thank you. You made my week. Thank you, Morgan Reese. Hey, Rob. Hey, Chris Stone. Hello. Sugar makes you go, go, go. Makes your leg go like this. It makes you go, go, go. That's from my Billy Bob character that I did on the old Tom Green show. So yeah.
D wants to know. Oh my God, where in Utah? Which venue?
I will be at Wise Guys. Absolutely. Come see me at Wise Guys. All my tour dates are on TomGreen.com. Go click on there now.
And Tom Green, you are now Eduardo's favorite person ever. Chris wants to say thank you, Tom. A nice lady presenter. You should still cuddle. Can I just give you a hug just to make him happy?
Let's have a hug.
This is our cuddle.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
This is my favorite News Now moment ever. Well, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and pull up your website once more so that viewers can take a look at it while we transition out. I'll walk you out. And guys, make sure to go to tomgreen.com for more info.
Yep, thank you. Thank you. Great to be here. Thank you.
Bye,
everybody. Bye. Bye.
They want an autograph, I guess.
Come to my show tonight. You can get one.
There you go.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for hanging